but it's great to have you here. People are excited about your picks. And so without further ado, I've done enough talking for the day. What do we got? UFC 266 this Saturday, pay-per-view, ESPN Plus. What are the picks?
UFC 266. We got a pay-per-view here. Couldn't be more excited. I got 5 plays for you, 5 single plays. We got a couple underdogs. It's a little sprinkle we're going to get going. Mm-hmm. And I got the parlay that you ordered. We will have the parlay. So let's kick it off. Let's start in the early prelims. You know, you still probably got football on the main TV. You got the fights on the side TV at this point, maybe still on mute. Let's unmute it for this one. We're going with the third fight, middleweight. Nicholas Maximov, I'm going to take him at -110 against Carl Roberson. Maximov fighting out of the Nick Diaz Academy. Got to be a big night for him, fighting on the same card as Nick. How does Nick Maximov win? By submission.
Okay.
He's a regular on Submission Underground cards. Half his pro wins come by submissions. How does Carl Roberson lose? By submission. All 4 of his pro losses are coming by subs. The experience gap worries me a little bit. I know Roberson's fought guys like Marvin Vettori, Glover Teixeira, but he's lost 4 of his last 7 fights. With the beneficial matchup for Maximov coming at almost even odds, I'm going to be taking Maximov here.
Okay, well, this is great insight. I thought you were just going to come and say, hey, Maximov here, got a little hooker there. You've actually done a deep dive on these guys. You've done your work.
I'm not going to make a play without doing the research here, man.
This is good stuff. And yes, great call. Maximov fighting on the same card as the patriarch of the NDA team, Nick Diaz Academy. So, okay, so the play is just Maximov. Are we saying how much we're putting, or is that just up to the people? It doesn't really matter, right?
I mean, yeah, we're not going to shame on how much anyone's going to put on this. I guess we'll call it a unit. I know that's you know, that's a questionable term by some gamblers, but we'll call it a unit. So I'm putting it to win a unit on Maximov at -110.
Okay, I like that. What else you got?
All right, we're sticking with the early prelims here. It's the final card on this one, lightweight bout. Uros Medic going against Jalen Turner. So I'm going to take this one, does not go the distance at -185. 10 of Jalen's last 11 fights have not gone the distance. Uros, he's never gone the distance in any of his 7 professional fights. Of their combined 22 pro fights, only 2 of them have ever gone the distance. If you're doing the math at home, that's 91% of the time it does not go the distance. Of the 20 that didn't, only 1 of those, only 1, made it to the 3rd round. I do not see this one going to a decision. At 91% of the time for them, at -185, I will take that juice all day long.
Okay, so it doesn't matter who wins.
Doesn't matter who wins. It's just got to be before the 15 minutes.
Okay, so now let me ask you this. That was -185, and you said that Maximov was what, -105, 110?
-110.
Now, both of those are considered favorites, right? The minus?
Yes, correct. So, like, Maximov and Carl Roberson, when I took it, they were both at -110. You got to pay the juice to the juice man in Vegas. You're never just going to get the even odds.
Right.
So we had to take that one at -110. -185, that is more of a heavy favorite, but I feel confident in that pick, so I'm willing to pay for the juice for it.
Side note, did you run the New York City Marathon?
Oh, you see that?
Wow.
You see that right
Look
there?
at you, just like
I don't want to brag or anything.
I mean, it's right there in my face.
I mean,
is that the last one?
That is the last one that happened.
Is it coming back this November?
It is coming back. I will not be participating. I will probably never do a marathon again. It was extremely difficult.
What was difficult? The actual act of running or the aftermath?
Both. Yeah, I blew my knee out pretty hard.
Oh, no.
During training. And
you stuck with it?
Stuck with it. I walked pretty much the last half of the marathon. I was too scared to stop because I stopped once, and then when I started going again, it felt like my whole knee exploded. So, yeah, I was too scared to stop, didn't stop for the bathroom, anything like that. All the way through. It took me 5 hours, but
wow.
Got through it. I got the medal, man. That's all that matters.
How many marathons have you done?
1.
That was it?
1 and done.
What prompted you to do this?
One of my coworkers was doing it, and I've run my whole life. And
so you're a big runner?
Formerly. I was a big runner. Now, I'm sidelined. I did my marathon and I'm done.
No, but like, were you a runner in high school? Like, what do you mean?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I ran track. I ran cross country. I did all that.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Yeah. I couldn't play the real sports,
No, I get it. I mean, I used to play basketball. So it's all the same. All right. Back to the picks.
All right. Back to the picks. Let's get to the prelims. You mentioned I'm from Georgia.
Yes.
We've got a fellow Georgian on this card, and us Georgia boys.
Wait.
We got to look out for
Okay, yeah. I see where you're going with this.
My man, Murad Davalishvili.
Yes, all right, fair.
You know I was going there.
You claim Georgia the country as well.
Country, state.
It's all
He's
good.
a Georgia boy,
Yeah.
man. That's all I know.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to take him
But that's another favorite. Oh, wait. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well,
Sorry. All right.
See, he's a heavy favorite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him by decision over Marlon Moraes at plus 110. So this is actually a plus money play here.
Oh, Merab by decision is a plus 110. That's actually surprising to me.
It's actually on the move. So I've actually already locked it in at plus 110. I've seen it even at some books. I've seen it at minus 110 at some books as well.
Okay.
So they call Merab the machine. They should be calling this guy the decision maker. He lost his first 2 UFC fights. He's on a 6-fight win streak. All of those wins coming by decision.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are 2 fighters going in the opposite direction. Moraes, he's lost 3 of his last 4. Don't get me wrong. I still think he's incredibly dangerous. You know, he's KO'd Aljamain. He had the split decision with Aldo. He's faced Cejudo. He's got 3 first-round KOs in the UFC to his name. That's what makes me nervous. I think that first round's going to be a sweat. That's where we got to worry about Merab maybe getting KO'd. But from there, I think he's going to control it. He's going to take this one to the ground. All 8 of his UFC fights have gone the 15 minutes. I know he had the Ricky Simon technical submission. That was a loss, but it still went 15 minutes. And in those 120 minutes that he's been in the octagon, he has had control time for 40% of that, 39.7%. That is good enough for 3rd among all active bantamweights, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do here. He's going to take control. He's going to control it the entire time and cash us another decision win.
Wow, look at this insight. All right, so we got decision. That's what do you say was a plus?
Plus 110.
Plus 110. Okay.
Yep, so we'll throw a unit down on that. We'll win. We'll get 1.1 units coming back at plus 110.
All right.
All right, let's move on to the main card.
Okay.
This one, I don't have as much statistical analysis behind it.
Okay.
This is more of an emotional play.
Please say it's Lauren Murphy.
No, listen, there's no real way to even have a statistical analysis to this one. It's going to be Nick Diaz. Minus 105 against Robbie Lawler. He obviously hasn't fought in almost 7 years. Hasn't gotten a win in a decade. Robbie Lawler, he's technically been the more active fighter, but he has lost 5 of his last 6. 5 rounds theoretically, I guess, should maybe be in benefit to Diaz, but there's really no way to know. I know he's doing the triathlons. I really just want to be part of the party on this one. I just want to have a play here. It's too cool that Nick Diaz is back in the ring. So
you're going with Nick.
I'm going with Nick at minus 105, and I'm going to add in a little party favor here, a little sprinkle here. So he's got 13 pro wins by knockout. He's already knocked out Robbie Lawler in his career. 25 minutes, long time to go without a finish. So I'm going to sprinkle like a quarter of what I'm putting on Nick Diaz to win. Nick Diaz by KO, TKO, DQ at plus 500.
Wow.
Plus 500, yep.
Wow. At any point, right? It doesn't matter what round?
25 minutes. If he knocks Robbie Lawler out, we cash plus 500.
Oh, my word. An update, by the way, on Mr. Diaz from our good friend Casey. There are eyes on him in the building, but he has not actually gone to the podium just yet for the media days. So he is in the building, but not talking just yet to the media. So perhaps it's going to coincide nicely with the conclusion of this program. Then people can watch Nick Diaz do his first media day in quite some time. All right, I like that one. A bit of a Hail Mary there, but I like it.
A bit of a Hail Mary, and if it cashes, it's going to be a big, very cool bet to watch cash.
Yes.
All right. Last one of the single plays. Let's get to the main event of the evening. Featherweights for the title. I'm going to take Alex Volkanovski at minus 165 over Brian Ortega. Statistically speaking, Volkanovski has the edge in almost every single category. Significant strikes landed per minute, striking accuracy, striking defense. And, despite Ortega being a GJJ master, he's got higher takedown percentage, higher control time, better takedown percentage. He's 9-0 in the UFC, and he hasn't lost a fight since May of 2013. And he beat the man that handed Ortega his only loss twice in Max Holloway. However you feel about that one, however you feel about the last fight, it doesn't matter.
Polarizing.
Volkanovski got the W. That's what happened. I had money on Volkanovski that night, and I can assure you that the money hit the account.
Wait, which one? Both or the second or the first?
Second one. Second one.
That was
questionable one.
That was even more questionable. Yes,
oh, man, yeah. Listen, the money hit the account. That's all I know. So Volkanovski won that one. So we've locked him here at minus 165. Really interesting note. Less than a year ago, Korean Zombie closed at minus 185 against Ortega. I understand Ortega's he's improved. I know he's still dangerous. He could take this one to the ground in any moment. But if I'm getting the champ, if I'm getting Alex the Great at a shorter price than the Korean Zombie, just one fight removed, I have to take it. So I'll be taking Volkanovski.
Wow, yeah, people I think forget that Zombie was the favorite going into that fight.
A fairly heavy favorite too. And I also got an additional sprinkle here. About half of what I'm going to put on Volkanovski to win, I'm going to put on Volkanovski by decision at plus 120. I think if it goes to a decision, Volkanovski is going to get the win by decision because of all the statistical reasons that I just mentioned. It's minus 135 to go to a decision. So why not just take Volkanovski at plus 120 to win by decision if I feel that he's going to win that way?
Okay. How about that? Now, I just want to note something because you mentioned you bet on the second fight last July. You're not just doing this because of the show. Like, you enjoy doing this, right? Like, you'd be doing this regardless. This is your thing.
Oh, this has been happening.
Okay.
This is whether I was coming on here tonight. The research would have been put in the bet.
I love it. I love it. And for all sports?
Yes. Yeah,
Number one is college basketball.
Yeah, I'd say college basketball, soccer, UFC.
Soccer, really?
Yep.
What kind of EPL?
Everything. Winner draw parlays are my thing in soccer.
Baseball? Baseball's tough, no?
Nah, I don't really touch baseball. Football, NFL is just so difficult. They're so sharp in Vegas on the NFL. It makes it difficult. You kind of got to get to the markets where you got an edge. Tennis?
Jeez, Louise, you are a degenerate gambler. Wow.
All right. I mean, easy on the
all right, sorry. What about basketball?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet on basketball.
No, like NBA.
Not nearly as much as college basketball,
okay.
no. Yeah.
And what about hockey?
Oh, yeah, I love betting on hockey for playoffs, but that's more for fun.
Okay.
Rather than,
What about college football?
Yes, of course. Of course, yeah. As University of Georgia graduate, yes.
Okay.
College football Saturdays, I am placing.
Have you ever bet on pro wrestling?
No, I actually didn't even know that you could bet.
Some offer. I think DraftKings does, but no. I think pro wrestling's a little weird because, like, what if you know a guy who's on the writing team? I think that's kind of weird. Anyway, all right, that's great. I love it. It's a fascinating world, and it's obviously growing exponentially. Okay, so those are your picks, and now you have the parlay, right?
The parlay, just what you ordered.
Here it is.
I mean, what doesn't spell a winner like a UFC parlay? You know, what could possibly go wrong?
What are you implying that they're almost impossible to hit?
No, they're not impossible to hit, but they are difficult. They are more difficult than other sports, just with the wild and unpredictable nature. Anything can happen. For example, Sean O'Malley, when he broke his leg, I had him in quite a few parlays that night. So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Things happen. So let's do this. 4-legger here.
Okay.
We got 4 legs of this one. We'll start with the early prelims. It's spread out across the whole night, so it'll be fun if it keeps winning. We will start with Matt Semmelsberger, minus 475 over Martin Sano. Sano, similar to Maximov, he's fighting out of Nick Diaz Academy, but in this case, I actually think that might have a lot to do with why he's in this fight. He's making his UFC debut. I mean, dude, he hasn't fought since February of 2017, hasn't won since April of 2014. Semmelsberger, he hasn't exactly had the toughest road in the UFC, but he's got that experience. I think this is a fight that he should win.
Side note, you're 100% right. Spartan Sano is like a very good friend of Nick. When they met with Dana a few months ago, he was in the room. He took the picture. A very good friend, and this reminds me a little bit of Chris Avila and Nathan Diaz when Diaz fought Connor. They had Avila fight Artem Lobov. Sometimes when you've got the juice, you get your friends a shot. So you nailed it. I'm not trying to take anything away from the guy. Let's see what he comes up with. But as far as his placement on the card, yes. It's in large part due to his relationship with Nick Diaz. We just have to be honest.
Yeah, but let's not jinx us here because
sorry.
Guy's been out of the game for 4 years. He could come out a beast. He could knock Semmelsberger out. All right, let's keep it moving. Early prelims, leg 2. Manon Fiore, minus 260 over Mayra Bueno Silva. Fiore dropped her first pro fight, but she's now won 7 straight. She's violent. She's aggressive. She's always moving forward. She actually throws and lands double the amount of significant strikes as Silva. She has finished 6 of her 7 wins. I just think she's going to outclass Buena Silva here and get the win.
I love it. Okay. These aren't these are the hard ones to pick. These aren't the easy ones. So props to you. These are the under the radar fights on this card.
We're going to see come Saturday. All right, let's move to the main card. Leg 3, Jessica Andrade, minus 265 over Cynthia Cavillo. I am aware that Andrade has lost 3 of her last 4 fights, but they've all come to champs. Shevchenko, Rose, Wiley Zhang. And that one win during the rough patch came against Caitlin Chukagian, and that is actually the last person that Cavillo fought, and she lost in that one. Andrade, she's got the experience against the best in the world. I think that's going to come to play here, and she's going to win a fight that she should win.
Okay, I like that one.
Final one, main card, the other title fight, the co-main event. We will get Valentina
Shevchenko.
Minus 1,500 is too much to pay.
Yeah.
Minus 1,500. We're only getting a couple dollars added to the parlay here. So we're going to take Valentina Shevchenko to win inside the distance at minus 250. To me, personally, big fan of Lauren Murphy coming on the show today, but I really don't think this is if Valentina wins. I think it's more about how. 21 wins in her career, 7 by sub, 7 by decision, 7 by KO. She can really do it all. I know Lauren Murphy has never been finished in her entire pro career, but I'm really not sure if she's faced an opponent like Valentina Shevchenko, nor has she ever gone the full 5 rounds, 25 minutes. So I think Valentina is going to be able to get this one inside the distance. 4 legs, and that will pay out plus 223.
Okay, now this is really interesting. I'm actually fascinated to hear your answer here. This was reported at 4:10 p.m. Eastern time, so 48 minutes ago. The Manon Fiorot fight is off due to COVID.
Wow.
And thank you to a couple people who've reached out in the middle of this to tell me this, like literally right now. So what happens now? The fight is off. Let me hear what, let me read, will no longer happen. Bout was canceled Wednesday after Fiorot, who is, asymptomatic, and her team tested positive for COVID-19. This according to MMA Junkie, after an initial report by ESPN Deportes. So what happens?
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Throw me off on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so essentially I'll just get refunded for the parlay here, and I'll have to...
I need my parlay. So will you...
Listen, I'm going to find someone to replace it.
Okay. Does it have to be 4 fights on the parlay?
No.
Yeah. So why don't you just do the same parlay without that fight? Do you feel like it's not enough juice?
Let's do it. I had a couple backups. You know, maybe I could rock with the fellow Georgian again.
Yeah, that's true.
Double down on him. But I don't know if I want to ride that hard with him. Or I could add in a guy like Curtis Blades going against Rosenstruck. You know, he's going at like minus 310. Let's go with the 3.
Listen, no pressure.
Let's not get switched up too much on the fly here. Let's go with the 3.
So you'll rebet that, right? What do? They'll just cancel that one. You'll get your money.
Yeah, you'll just get refunded back to your account.
Interesting. All right, so we'll go with that. Can you do me a favor? It's very hard for me to remember all this. Can you tweet this all out?
Absolutely.
I'm going to retweet, and then I will monitor this on Saturday night, and of course on Monday we will come back and see how you did. I feel like these are good picks. A little, you took a couple flyers here and there, but overall, I feel pretty good about what you're about to accomplish here.
Yeah, I'll tweet it out. I know it was a lot to keep up with. Follow along, trash talk me when they lose.
Yes.
We can all celebrate together if they win.
What is, there it is. It's right there. Connor Burks, your Twitter handle.
There it is, right there.
Very active. It's a lot of Atlanta sports tweets.
Listen, I can tone down the Atlanta sports.
We could, maybe, balance it out a little bit. All right. So, I have to say, what a great showing. I mean, this is, someone who tweeted me this earlier? Oh, it was, I don't mean to name drop here. Michael Carter Williams. I don't know if you're familiar with MCW.
Wow.
Texted me this just 8 minutes ago, saying I don't know what it is in reference to. Maybe the Rakic interview. Yuri Prochaska has the most underrated debut in UFC history. Just out of the blue. That was the text. I would like to say this is a very impressive debut in MMA Hour history. We've had a lot of debuts. Not quite Conor McGregor's debut back in 2013, the infamous Blueberry interview, which I'm sure you've seen many a time, but this is up there. This will live in the pantheon, especially if you go, what would be a success here on Saturday? 80%, 85%? How would we gauge?
We got 7 plays and we got the parlay. So let's go 5 and 2 in the parlay cashes. That is a very successful night. If we have to take 4 and 3 parlay cashes, that's successful as well. At the end of the day, as long as we're profiting, we're positive. That's really all that matters. And I got an update for you here.
Oh.
Semmelsberger, Andrade, Valentino Shevchenko by knockout. That'll be the parlay this week. That's going to pay out at plus 133. A lot less juice, but...
Wait, you just did that right now?
I haven't placed it yet. I
know, but you did the calculation of what the...
Yeah, they do the calculation.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I didn't see your hands moving, so I didn't know if you actually punch it all in.
That's the magic you get here with old.
That's ESPN radio right there. That's many years.
You don't learn to be on camera or radio for nothing.
That's true. That is true. All right, my man. Well, good luck to you. I look forward to following along. Thank you for doing this again. It's at Connor Conner Burks. By the way, what about that ceremonial first pitch by Conor McGregor?
Yeah, not great for the Conor brand. We're coming back though with this debut. After your rave reviews,
yes,
the Conor brand it's getting strength.
It's on the come up. All right, my man. Thank you very much. Good luck to you. There he is, Connor Burks.